All right, so I may end up adding a little bit more, color after I do the stamping, but now I've kind of laid out my design using some IOD stamps. I have some alphabet letters, and then I also have this really cute bird and branches stamp. So I also set a pillow here just to give me an idea of how much space that I have, because I really want to incorporate her pillow into the design. So so the idea is this bench, we decided to put the phrase "be still," and we thought this would be a really beautiful bench for sitting and praying or reading the Bible, or just being still in the presence of God. So, so that's what I'm going to put here. It's going to say "be still," and then over here I have some birds and some branches. So I'm going to be using some black ink, and this is always a little nerve-wracking, because although you can always fix anything that you paint if you mess it up, some things can be a little more difficult to fix. So I'm hoping I don't have to fix anything. We'll see. I'm just going to kind of work on this and take it just a little bit by little. So I have it all inked up, and now I will place it on here. So I'm just pressing on all the parts of it. Not too hard, but I do want to make sure that the ink gets transferred onto the paint. And now very carefully, I'm going to lift this off. Ah, nice. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. All right, so the next word "still" in this particular font, which is, it's called Swoosh from IOD, and I've never seen anyone actually use this before, and when I first got it, it stressed me out a lot because the letters are kind of cursive, so they should fit together. So I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but this is the method that I have devised for helping these to fit together, because they kind of overlap a little bit, and it looks weird if you overlap the ink. You really just want it to kind of butt up against the next letter without overlapping. So I kind of lay it out like this, and then I take a piece of tape and I tape to the end of where I want that letter to touch the next letter. So I don't know if you can see that, but I just put a little piece of tape on the top, and since these are clear, I can see on the bottom where I want to place my second piece of tape, because you know the ink is actually going to go on the bottom here. So I just take another piece of tape and tape right there on the bottom. That way, when I'm inking up my stamp and I take this tape off, there's no ink there. So, like I said, I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's the way that works for me. So, again, I'm just going to lay this on here and kind of see how I want it to be. And I use this little grid. It really helps me to line things up. Okay. All right. So I just pulled that bottom piece of tape off so there's a nice straight line for the ink. And then I'll go ahead and place this S. Pull that off. There's my S. I don't know if you can see that on there, but see how that ink is not on that part of the letter. So that's why it came out nice and straight like that. Now, I shouldn't need to tape off the T on this side because it should let up against that S really nicely, like this. But I will need to tape it off for the I. All right, so now I've inked up my T, I taped it off where it's going to hook to the I. Now I just need to line it up nicely. Nice, nice. Last letter. Ta-da! I'm pretty happy with that. Looks beautiful. All right, next.